Think about the last 3 people you were closest to. How many of them came to you broken? How many of them had chaos in their life that somehow became your responsibility to fix? How many times have you stayed up late, talking someone through their problems, carrying their pain, while your own needs sat quietly in the corner, waiting? And here is the question nobody asks. Why you? Why do these people always find you? Why are you always the one holding everyone else together, while quietly falling apart yourself? This is not a coincidence. And it is not just kindness. There is something much deeper happening. And once you understand what it is, you will never see your relationships the same way again. Stay with me. If you already know exactly who I am talking about, hit that like button right now. And stay until the end. Because this one goes deep. There is a pattern that affects some of the most empathetic people alive. And it looks like this. Someone enters your life. They are struggling, damaged, lost, in pain, and something activates in you. Not just sympathy. Something more urgent than that. A pull, a need to help, a sense that if you just love them enough, give enough, stay long enough, they will heal. They will become who you know they can be. They will finally be okay. This is called the savior pattern, and it is one of the most exhausting cycles a person can live in. Because here is the truth. You cannot heal someone who has not chosen to heal themselves. And the energy you pour into trying is energy you are taking from your own life. Here are the 6 real reasons why you keep attracting people who need to be saved. The first reason goes all the way back. Somewhere early in your life, you learned something about love. That love means giving. Constantly. Without limits. Without asking for anything back. Maybe you watched someone you admired sacrifice everything for others. Maybe you were only given attention when you were useful. Maybe love in your home came with conditions. And the condition was always your giving. And your nervous system recorded this as truth. Love equals sacrifice. So every time someone broken appears in your life, your nervous system recognizes the pattern. This is what love looks like. This is where I belong. This is how I earn my place. And you step in. Every time. The second reason is the most honest one. And the hardest to hear. When you are focused on someone else's problems, you do not have to look at your own. Their chaos becomes your distraction. Their healing becomes your project. Their needs become your priority. And somewhere beneath all of that business, your own unresolved pain sits quietly, untouched, unexamined, safe from your attention. This is not conscious. You are not doing this on purpose. But the pattern of attracting broken people often serves a very specific function. It keeps you busy enough to avoid yourself. The third reason explains why these relationships feel so real. When someone is in pain, the relationship is intense. There are late-night conversations, deep confessions, moments of raw vulnerability, a sense of being needed like never before. And your brain reads this intensity as deep connection, as something rare and special. But intensity is not intimacy. Real intimacy is calm, consistent, safe, reciprocal. And if you grew up in an environment where love was unpredictable, calm might actually feel boring to your nervous system, while chaos feels like home. We are halfway through. And the next reasons are the ones that are going to hit the hardest. Subscribe right now if you haven't. This is where it gets really specific. The fourth reason is the one that keeps the cycle going. Deep down, there is a part of you that feels most loved. When you are needed. When someone cannot function without you. When you are the person they call at 2 a.m. When they say they do not know what they would do without you. This feels like love. But it is not love. It is dependency. And dependency and love are not the same thing. Love does not require you to be someone's lifeline. Love does not ask you to abandon your own needs to meet someone else's. Love does not leave you exhausted and empty. The moment you learn to feel loved without being needed, the entire pattern begins to shift. The fifth reason is the most surprising. Healthy love feels strange to you. When someone is stable, kind without drama, present without chaos, available without conditions, something feels off. Too easy. Too quiet. too good to be true, and you pull back, or you self-sabotage, or you find something wrong with them, because your nervous system has been trained on chaos, and calm feels like danger, like the quiet before something goes wrong. So unconsciously, you return to what feels familiar, even when familiar means broken, even when familiar means giving everything and receiving nothing. And here is the sixth and final reason, the deepest one. Part of you believes that your value depends on what you do for others, that you are worthy of love because of how much you give, how much you help, how much you sacrifice, not because of who you are. And this belief makes broken people irresistible, because they give you the opportunity to prove your worth over and over until you are empty. But here is the truth you need to hear. You are enough, without fixing anyone, without saving anyone, without being anyone's therapist. You are allowed to be loved for exactly who you are, not for what you do, not for how much you give, just for you. Here are the 6 real reasons why you keep attracting people who need to be saved. You were taught that love means sacrifice. Fixing others keeps you from fixing yourself. You confuse intensity with connection. Being needed feels like being loved. You are afraid of what healthy love feels like, and you have not yet learned that you are enough without saving anyone. None of this makes you weak. Every single one of these reasons comes from somewhere real, from something that happened, from something you learned before you could choose differently. But you can choose differently now. You can choose relationships that do not cost you everything. You can choose people who show up for you the way you show up for them. You can choose love that feels safe instead of love that feels like a rescue mission. That love exists. But first, you have to believe you deserve it, without earning it, without sacrificing for it, without saving anyone to get it, just because you are you. If this video hit home, leave a like right now. Tell me in the comments, which of these 6 reasons resonated the most with you? I read every single comment. Subscribe for more. See you in the next one.